So previously we have discussed what are the vectors and how to take the component of a vector, how many components of a vector are possible, and we discussed the dot product of a vector, how to explain the quantity like work, which is a scalar, by using this dot product. And now we are going to discuss the cross product of a vector. Cross product, as you know, is a vector, whereas the dot product was a scalar. So in case of dot product, we discussed that a dot b is equal to b dot a. That's why this is a scalar, no direction. Whereas cross product is defined as a cross b. A and b are two vectors, equal to ab sine theta into a unit vector n. A is the magnitude of vector A, B is the magnitude of vector B, theta is the angle between them, and this is a unit vector. What is a unit vector? Unit vector, a vector having magnitude 1 in any direction, so magnitude of n is equal to 1. So if you want to convert a vector into unit vector, or if you want to find a unit vector in the direction of a vector, suppose I have r equal to ai plus bj plus ck. If I want to find a unit vector in this direction, this is given by vector r by magnitude of r. So ai plus bj plus ck by under root of a square plus b square plus c square. So we have two vectors, vector A and vector B, and this is a line passing through their point of intersection perpendicular to both. I want to find A cross B. So the rule for this is the right hand thumb rule. So curl your fingers from this to this, A to B, if you have to find A cross B. Curl your finger from A to B. Thumb is pointing in the downward direction, so thumb gives you the direction of unit vector n. So the direction of cross product A cross B is downward, perpendicular to both A and B. Theta is the angle between them. So A cross B is in this direction. If you want to find B cross A, you will see that this will be in upward direction. This is A cross B. So here we are moving from B to A, and thumb is pointing outward, means in this direction. So this is called the cross product. This unit vector n here shows only the sign, that means only the direction, and it has nothing to do with magnitude, and its magnitude is 1. That's why the AB sine theta into n means n, magnitude of n is 1, so this remains unchanged. So we can write that A cross B is equal to minus of B cross A. So it is called a vector product. So cross product is a vector product, and unit vector, if you want to find, suppose the question is find unit vector in direction perpendicular to both, two vectors are there, I plus j plus k and 2i minus j plus 2k. You have to find a vector which is perpendicular to both, unit vector in this direction. So here A and B are given. So A is I plus j plus k, whereas B is 2i minus j plus 2k. So first of all, you have to find a vector in the direction perpendicular to both. What is that vector? That is a cross product of these two vectors. So how will you find the cross product? A cross B. It will be perpendicular to both. So what is the way to find? Write like this. Write down the matrix I, J, K. Then coefficients. Here coefficient of I is 1. First we will write for A. Then for J is 1, K is 1. And here 2, -1 and 2. And simply find their product. So this is equal to I into 1 into 2 minus 1 into -1. Minus second with minus sign, J 1 into 2 minus 1 into 2. Third one with a plus sign, K 1 into -1 minus 1 into 2. So this is equal to 3I plus 0J minus 4K. Now a unit vector in the direction of A cross B or perpendicular to both, C is the unit vector. This is equal to A cross B divided by magnitude of A cross B. So 3I plus 0J minus 4K upon root 3 square plus 0 plus minus 4 whole square. This is a unit vector which is in the direction perpendicular to both A and B. This is how we define the cross product of a vector. Now the question arises, what is the physical meaning and significance of this cross product? So we have these two vectors for which we are finding A cross B. They are in a plane, same plane. So A cross B, that will be perpendicular to both in the downward direction, and AB sine theta into unit vector n. This shows only direction, nothing else. So A cross B is equal to half of area of the parallelogram formed by these two, or equal to area of a triangle with A and B its adjacent sides. So this is equal to area of this triangle. So this is the third side, area of this triangle. Suppose we have a triangle which is formed by three sides having position vectors A, B and C. Then its area is given by magnitude of half of A cross B plus B cross C plus C cross A. This is the area of this triangle. So this is the area of a triangle. In case it is formed by two sides adjacent, two vectors, adjacent vectors A and B, then area is the area is A cross B. So it is magnitude of A cross B. If it is having three sides which are vectors A, B, C, then area is given by this. Now if these two vectors form a triangle and we can form a parallelogram, this is B, this is also equal to B, this is also equal to A. So this can be divided into two parts. So half of A cross B magnitude is equal to area of this triangle, and A cross B is equal to, so see, in this case there are two such triangles possible in this parallelogram. So area of this is equal to area of two such parallelograms. So the area of parallelogram is A cross B with direction perpendicular both A and B, and here I have by mistake written A cross B. This should be half of A cross B. So this is the meaning of the cross product. Now apart from this, we have another product that is called the scalar triple product. So I have shown here how to find the cross product of two vectors, and now let me tell you about the application of this. So you must have seen various quantities in physics written as a product of two vectors, like L is equal to R cross P. This is angular momentum in case of rotation, whereas R is a distance from the axis of a point, and that point is moving with velocity v, angular velocity is omega, p is the linear momentum. So L is angular momentum, so it is equal to the cross product of R and P and perpendicular to both. Similarly, we have the torque acting at a point is given by R cross F. Suppose we have a disk and you are applying a force F tangential to the disk so that it starts rotating about this axis. Then what is R? Distance of this point, that is from the axis of rotation, that is equal to the radius. This is R. It is at an angle 90 degree in this case. It is not always necessary that this will be at 90 degree. So R cross F, this is the direction of vector R, this is vector F. What will be the direction of R cross F? In the downward direction, move from R to F. So thumb points in the downward direction. This is the direction of torque. So this is how we represent the cross product of two quantities, two vector quantities. There are numerous of such quantity like V equal to omega cross R, and in case of electrostatics we write tau is equal to P cross E, M cross B, etc. There are different quantities which can be written like this. Now let us discuss the scalar triple product also. What is the scalar triple product? What does it mean? So if we have three vectors A, B, and third one is C, inclined at certain angles with respect to each other, then A dot B cross C is called the scalar triple product of these vectors, that is equal to B dot C cross A. Here B cross C means a vector perpendicular to both B and C, and A dot means its dot product in the direction of A. So B cross C perpendicular to both, you will be finding a vector perpendicular to B and C and take its dot product with A. And similarly this can also be written as equal to C dot A cross B. This can also be written as A B C equal to B C A equal to C A B. If you take any of these, if you change the position like A B C equal to BCA, if you write equal to ACB, then this will be minus of ACB. So you will get a minus sign if you change the position of these vectors, or minus ACB or minus BAC, whatever you write. If you write BAC, you will get a minus sign. This is called the scalar triple product, and this scalar triple product is equal to volume of the parallelopiped formed by the three vectors A, B and C. So these three vectors are forming a solid body which is inclined at certain angles other than 90 degree to each other. If they would have been at 90 degree, then the solid, we call that solid as a cuboid or a cube, depending upon their ratios. So here this is called a parallelepiped. This is called a scalar triple product of three vectors. Scalar because this is finally a dot product. So if ABC is equal to 0, it means that A, B and C, these vectors are coplanar. They are lying in a plane. Similarly, if you find a vector A is equal to k times another vector B, means they bear a fixed ratio, which is k to 1. K can be an integer or a fraction. It means that A is parallel to vector B. So these are some of the basic fundamentals which you all, I hope you must be knowing, and you just have to remember these for the purpose of solving the questions. Now let us discuss next to this, and before doing this, let us solve one question. We have three vectors A, B, C given by we have to find lambda if the vectors are coplanar. So for coplanarity, this is equal to, they can be written like this or separated by commas as I have shown here. So the scalar triple product is equal to, first find the coefficients of unit vectors of A, I, 3j, k, 1, 3, 1, 2, minus 1, 1, and third is lambda, 7 and 3 equal to 0. Solve this by expanding. So I can write 1 into 3 into minus 1, minus 7 into 1, minus 3 into 2 into 3, minus lambda into 1, plus 2 into 7, minus lambda into minus 1 equal to 0. So you can solve this to find the value of lambda. So minus 10 minus 18 plus 3 lambda plus 14 plus lambda equal to 0. 4 lambda equal to 14. So here you can get the value of lambda. I think it is minus 1. So this should be minus 1. So I will make the change. 1 into minus 3, this will be plus 7. So this is 4. 4 lambda equal to 0, so lambda is 0. So lambda equal to 0, only then these three vectors are coplanar. This is called the scalar triple product of three vectors. Again, a very important concept when you will be using it further to solve the questions. So this is about the cross product and dot product of the vectors. If you have A cross B equal to AB sine theta 0, you will write it like this: null vector. It means that sine theta is 0. So theta is either 0 or 180. Vectors are parallel or anti-parallel. So if A dot B is 0, this is not a vector. This gives theta is equal to 90 degree. The vectors are perpendicular to each other. So this is about the cross product of the vectors.